Forget cooking him a fancy dinner or cheering his favorite sports team. Ladies, I found a secret weapon to attract men. It's a special perfume that I use. Guys cannot resist that smell. Are you wondering what kind of perfume is that? Well, it's called a new car interior.
Lady, hear me tonight.
Women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower. The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Instead of talking about race, have you ever tried being in one? Because I think that would be beneficial for you.
What else you gonna take from me? You wanna yell with your wife about this shit?
Let's see that in an instant replay.
What else you gonna take from me? You wanna yell with your wife about this shit?
What an idiot.
So a lot of you guys sent me this clip yesterday, and I wanted to do some digging to actually find the context as to what happened here, because it is a short clip. But we do know one thing for sure: calling someone's wife the C-bomb is never a good idea. And the man in the video who took him down, we've got his side of the story. This is what he said. Well, here's how tonight went. When we were there getting our refunded deposit papers back, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that guy's name, the general manager at Honda told us this scumbag Will was not around. Okay, so we know the guy in the video is called Will. While getting our refunded registration papers back, that was not the case. As we were attempting to leave, Will started mouthing off to me and my wife. Safe to say police are involved now, so we will see how this plays out. Nobody will ever disrespect my wife the way Will did, especially in front of my 4- and 2-year-old boys. Oh damn, we didn't know that in the video. His kids were there as well. Absolute disgrace, scumbags working here. Nice to see how you treat military families and spouses.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
I think we can all agree that that guy there took it way too far. How can you be calling someone's wife the C-bomb? You know, especially when it's being videoed in front of kids. You shouldn't do that in general, but he did that out in the open. He didn't care. And I did some investigations into see, you know, if we could get the full video, but his wife actually said that she cut the video off as soon as it got physical because she joined in to split it up. So, I mean, the guy getting slammed, he was kind of asking for it. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Will, we know that guy is a donor, and I'm with the dad here. He did the right thing. You can't be disrespecting someone's wife. And he got off lightly, let's be honest.
What's your age?
I'm 34.
When it comes on to dating in Miami, what do you think women are looking for here?
Money, all right? Gotta have that bag right, man. And you should have the bag right anyways, because you shouldn't be trying to date unless you got your money right. I always tell men, take care of yourself first and then look for a woman, you know?
Yeah, I can agree with what he's saying, but walking around with money in the street at night, like a bag of cash, I don't know how much that is, but it's a lot. Most places, if you walk around with 20 quid hanging out your pocket, people will rob you for that. So this guy, man, he's playing a risky game.
Here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In that.
So you're telling me since I own a Tesla, I support Hitler?
Y'all gotta y'all gotta start seeing shit for what it is. If something's cool, just call it cool. Stop fucking not everything has symbolism, bro. These be the same people as soon as the clock hits 4:44. Oh my God, angel numbers. Believe in Jesus, not the universe.
Yeah, most people buy Teslas because they like the car and they want the car. You know, these people who are keying them and destroying them because of political views, probably most of the people that have a Tesla don't even know Elon Musk owns Tesla. And these people it's just unemployed activities. And like I said in the video we did the other day, there's people in the UK getting their Teslas destroyed, and we're over the water. There's plenty of flipping idiots here as well.
My wife came home one day and told me about a new friend she had made at work. And over the course of a month, it seemed like they was talking way too much outside of work, and I was uncomfortable with it. And I tried discussing it with her, and she kept telling me it's nothing. And then one day I woke up in the middle of the night, and I just had a feeling, and checked her smartwatch, and then I saw the last message that she had received from him was, "Good night, baby, I love you." And then I confronted her the next day about it.
Did she come clean?
Yeah.
Did she show you all the text messages and pictures and all the things they'd exchanged?
No, she did not completely open up her phone to me.
Why not?
She wasn't up for it, and I didn't push for it. I probably should have.
You should have, because hey, you're playing a charade. Because I think you know there's more there.
Yeah, I think we all know what's on the phone. She's got an album of mushroom tip pics. Like, and cheating, it's just stupid. It is. I don't get it. Like, these cheaters, they'll be in a relationship, telling that person you love them everything, spending money and time, years with someone they don't want to be with. They're with another person, telling them the fairy tale and all that stuff, when that person doesn't trust them anyway because they know they're cheating on their husband, wife, whatever with them. Like, how are you going to date someone who's cheating on their partner at home and you're going to trust them? They're just going to do the same to you when they're bored of you.
Doing a ritual. He's doing a ritual on the poster.
We need a freeze.
Yeah.
Bruh, why you gotta be like that?
What's your name?
Like,
What's your name?
chill, dog.
Whoa. Hey, let's not do that. Drop it. Get out of here.
I don't know why you gotta be like that, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
That's a dude.
That ass, bruh.
That ain't ladylike.
Not ladylike at all. Come assault me again.
Bro, she's a woman, bruh. Come on now. That's the patriarchy you're working.
That was great.
Yeah, who are you? All right. Can somebody call the police?
Yeah.
Are you gonna press charges?
Yeah, she's already on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, we are definitely gonna press charges.
Beautiful.
And that's already on it. I wanna watch that. I gotta see this. What the fuck?
It's a good transition from the baseball players.
Yeah, no.
Oscar, did you get the whole thing on camera?
Yeah.
Yet again, the people that say they're so loving and compassionate and they believe in everyone's opinions and values and they're not violent, but yet again, we see different, don't we?
What turns you off when you're talking to a girl?
You know, say smell, like smell.
The smell. Me personally, I would say if she's easy. You know what I'm saying? If she's very accessible, then that's very turn off-ish.
Have you had girls that were easily accessible?
Come on. Of course.
Hell yeah.
But you still hit it though, but nah. Like, does it really turn you off?
Yeah. What's your name? Yeah. Beautiful. Get in here. Come over here. This is Ella, everyone.
What turns you off when you're talking to a guy?
When he's not bold. Like, if you're gonna say something, just say it.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Is he bold?
Yeah, that was good.
So what's up? You gonna give him your number or what?
Yeah, you can have it if you want.
She want me. She want me. She want me.
You think men should see us in our natural state before they get in a real relationship with us?
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
What a load of bullshit. I mean, that's a long way to go to just say you look like a wildebeest without makeup. Just be honest.
I have this running theory, chat. I feel like some of the movies we grew up on that had very diverse characters, y'all would view as woke bullshit if it was released today. Like, deadass. If Princess and the Frog was released today, I could only imagine how Twitter would react to Princess and the Frog if it was released today. But back then, that shit wasn't a problem. What y'all would react to if That's So Raven was released today, if Mulan was released today, if Wizards of Waverly Place was released today. You know what I'm saying? If all of these different things were released today, I wonder how would y'all react for real. Because it didn't used to be like this. Aladdin, imagine if Aladdin was released today. If these motherfuckers see anything that isn't white or isn't men, it's woke bullshit. And that shit is so annoying, bro.
I get what he's saying, but today it's so obvious and paramount that the whole objective of films, video games, a lot of these shows, it is woke bullshit. You know, look what they did with the new Assassin's Creed game. Like, you're playing as a samurai, and he's a 6'4" gay black dude, and then the other girl you play as is also like a female samurai, and she's gay, and you can do all these scenes where you're kissing fellas, kissing girls, all this crazy stuff going on. Why is that in video games? Like, when you make that the foundation of the film, the game, and the message and all this stuff, it's pretty obvious what they're doing. You know, look at the new Snow White film, for instance. I mean, they fucked that one up big time. Same with Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I know I'm going on a tangent a bit about games if you guys don't know. There's Dragon Age. I used to play that game a lot when I was younger. And then a new one comes out, and you're playing as this, like, dragon, non-binary, gay character. And all the dialogue in the game is woke stuff. The game is crap. And the stuff we used to watch back in the day, those were, you know, specific characters and things like that. And this is before these companies just drip fed all this bullshit into things we do and watch.
Hey guys, I think you guys might have forgotten, but we made a Snow White movie and it's coming to a theater near you.
Is that a threat?
What? No, it's just it didn't do too well its opening weekend, so we thought you guys might have forgotten. A lot of big stars in it. Gal Gadot, Rachel Zegler. Are you sure she's playing Snow White? I thought she was playing Lord Farquaad. I saw your trailer. No, Rachel Zegler is not playing Lord Farquaad from Shrek. She's playing Snow White, and Gal Gadot is the evil queen. Are you sure? Because it makes more sense that she plays Lord Farquaad, because if she's playing Snow White, that means Gal Gadot, the supermodel, has to be jealous of Rachel Zegler's beauty. Lord Farquaad's looking pretty good. No, we chose her because we didn't want that role to go to another white person, and we wanted to be more inclusive. Inclusive? You guys didn't even hire actual dwarves. This lack of consistency through your progressive messaging reveals a lack of commitment and kind of shows that you guys are in it to earn a quick buck, not because you truly believe in these progressive values. And to be honest, you made Zegler look like a squire boy. You made her look like the cookies and cream guy. And if this movie was playing on a plane, I'm gonna be honest, I'd still walk out.
Dang. Women cheat more than men?
Far more.
Come on.
Far more.
Come on.
Far from.
Why do you think women cheat more than men?
It's science.
Because they're in denial about the infidelity. When they cheat, they don't even label it as that. If a woman starts cheating,
what do they label it as?
They label it as my husband's no longer satisfying me. They won't even say I'm cheating. They'll say my husband isn't satisfied. They find a way to redirect and shift the terminology so that they are void of guilt.
These ain't opinions. These are facts.
What's your list?
I don't know it right now. Can you rate my outfit? Cute?
Very cute.
But what?
Nothing. I don't know why you need this much attention, but whatever.
Not here.
You don't see me asking for this much attention, but yeah.
That's a red flag right there, mate. You better keep a close eye. And I'm not saying relationships with these age differences don't work, but when you look at this from an outside perspective, you're either thinking he's a sugar daddy, she's with him for money, but the way she's dressed, I'm just getting gold digger vibes ringing off.
What she's really saying is if men emoted more like women, then the world would be a better place, which is batshit insane.
It is.
No.
What did you say?
I didn't say that the world would be a better place, and if they emoted like women, because women are definitely more emotional beings. If it was like a balance to us, no, absolutely not. But I feel like you have to have the discernment to know when and where. There's a time and place for everything, obviously. So
Okay.
I think being vulnerable with another person definitely makes a relationship more intimate.
Oh. You know, it's an interesting. I want to get your input on this argument. A compelling argument I've heard from, well, not just women, but anybody on this, is that this idea that women are more emotional than men. And, but here's like the counter argument is like, well, if you look at men who are in prison, for example, for violent crimes, typically when you're like committing a violent crime, that tends to be like a really emotional violence tends to typically not be steeped in reason or rationality. You're typically emotional when you're in you're angry, you're in a violent state.
Yeah, it's a good point. And you know, this is why I say to a lot of guys, learning some sort of hand-to-hand combat, whether that be mixed martial arts, boxing, whatever, you learn to deal with like those situations, because when you're inexperienced in conflict, emotions tend to flare up, adrenaline, those two things combined, it's easy to make a mistake or the wrong decision and not be fully alert. So yeah, he definitely makes a good point about men still experience high emotion, but it's in different ways.
Although I think like probably a lot of people who are in jail or prisons, or it's like drugs, there's even with some violent crimes, it's like premeditated, but you could even argue that premeditated violent crimes are, there's like, you're using emotional decision making to be like, okay, I want to get revenge, despite like the negative repercussions of, you know, whatever it is. What do you think about that? The fact that, you know, there are more men in prison for violent crimes. So this would indicate that actually men are maybe more emotional than women.
Yeah, that's the only thing that stops women from having higher stats of abuse and domestic violence than men is their inability to actually act on that. Like they don't have the force.
Right.
They don't have the adequate force. So if they had the adequate force, they would be much more
Interesting.
dangerous. And also, since women are young, since like the day they're born, they are humbled. They are humbled in life, knowing that as a female, if I hit a boy and he's the same age, he's gonna beat the shit out of me. So they're always humbled since the beginning.
I feel like that also comes from a place though, like you, like with the imprisonment, whatever, like that would be from maybe bottling stuff in way too long to where it's just like gotten to a boiling point and you overreact about something. It could be like things that I've seen is like it's people are in prison for the dumbest shit, honestly. Like,
yeah, and just to be clear to the viewers, I'm not actually making that's not my position, but that's an argument I've heard been made. I know the proportion of men who are in prison for violent crime is incredibly low, so I don't think it would point to like a sort of general thing that you could attribute to all men, that they're just like more prone to violence.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people who are in prison, just a lot of times it's just stupid decision making. And yeah, it could be an emotional decision making, or just people want to make easy money, which is more often than not. Yeah, a lot of it is just stupid ideas, and they get stupid consequences for them.
Most men are not violent in any capacity, but it is like a interesting argument that I've heard. So yeah. Plus, but that is a good point. Like if we just leveled the physical strength of women, would we see higher incidence of physical violence?
Yeah. Well, this is why women want to be the same. Like there's a reason why the propaganda that's pushed is to make you equal to a man, because you want to feel like you have the same level of dominance as a man. You want to have that same assertiveness. You want to be louder like a man. You want to be able to dominate. You want to have 50-50 in the relationship. So now imagine if you actually had the brute force to be able to act on that. You guys would be control freaks. You know, like those women cops that aren't used to being in positions of power.
Do you not think
and then all of a
I know you guys are going to be commenting down below. Yeah, don't even get me started on the female cops, man. For those who don't know, I used to work, not in the police, but with them, and a lot of female officers. I'm not saying all are bad. I'm not saying that at all. I've worked with some great female officers, but it is far and few between. I think we should just let men deal with the conflict and the violent situations. I just think we're better at it. Controversial to say maybe, but you know, I've got experience firsthand, so I've seen it out there in the field.
And they have power.
Too? You don't think guys are too, though?
Yeah, but with our nature, like the way we're designed, our telos, men have a specific leadership tendency in them. Yeah. So here's the thing. There's two groups of men. There's evil men that lack masculinity, and then there's good men that say protect the rest of us from these bad men. So we need good men that are guided by a moral compass to prevent us from living in this chaotic world.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
These 304s need to take accountability for their own actions. They friend zone the good guys and chads and tyrones. The wall is undefeated. Get used to your cats. All y'all wishes, hold this cell.
Damn. That's crazy.
It sounded like a guy who got friend zoned.
I don't know. It sounds like, I don't know.
Sound like you need to get your emotions out in like wrestling or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, who should they get their emotions out to? A female or a therapist?
No, probably a therapist. Like obviously,
a therapist.
So
A female,
whatever
right?
podcast.
A female.
How about just their other dude friends?
Or other, like, yeah.
Other dude friends?
Other dude
anyone.
No, but
don't bring
you
it
can't just
into
say anyone. You can't just say anyone, though.
Relationship.
Did you hear what that girl said at the end? Don't bring that into a relationship. And this is why I say a lot of guys, when they even though we feel the same things, a lot of these women forget that men are humans too. Women, a lot of these girls think we're just robots, do this, do that, we do this, and we don't feel any emotion, which is not the case. Because I guarantee you, a lot of you guys watching right now, we've all shown emotion to a girl one time in our lives, and they've shoved it, spat it back in our faces, and we've never done it again. Never done it again. Because we're all told when we're younger, you know, to be open and share your feelings and stuff with a girl, and we actually quickly find out that, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. There's a lot of girls who just use a man's weakness against him. So it's better to keep that stuff to yourself. Tell your mother, your brother, your best mate, someone who's going to not judge you and love you anyway. Because there's a lot of girls who will use it against you. And I'll link the full video down below if you want to watch this full episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.